Hey guys, this is a review of the Optimal Racing race fairings for the 2007 GSX-R 1000. This is the actual race kit and not the SuperBike kit. The SuperBike kit comes with a solid seat pan where you put your foam on there. This one is actually the race kit and it utilizes the stock seat. You use your stock mounting bolts in the front. It does give you ample clearance to getting your seat in and out, so there's no problem there. But what I did run into is that there are some rubber grommets that are in this subframe here, and the fairing, when you install it, well, the tail section, it'll actually touch on these rubber grommets and leave you about a 1/2 inch gap right here, which your seat won't fit right. You'll know something's not going on. So pull those rubber grommets loose, and I got some foam stick tape and put down here and here across the aluminum tail section just to make sure that I didn't have any kind of vibration issues or eating through the fiberglass because of the aluminum. Up top you've got some recesses here, and if you drill dead center on these recesses you shouldn't have any problem at all. It fits up nice. I did put some rubber washers below this and some rubber washers on top, and then put the flat washer and the bolt in there and bolted it up secure. It is a good solid mounting tail section. As far as the undertail goes, you don't have any indentions or any indications where to drill this, so line up the rear section of this undertail with the notch in the back. Make sure it's straight in the front, even on both sides. Hold it in place and go ahead and drill your holes. They don't give you a whole lot of lip on the inside of here, so that's the reason I chose not to use the Zeus fasteners. But instead I went ahead and used windshield grommets with the 4mm Allens, and you can use a unibit to open those up and drop those right in. Just a small Allen socket and screw those things in and out. They're quick and easy. You can use a Zeus fastener up here. You just got plastic on the back side if you want to, or you can use a windshield grommet there. All in all, the tail sections come out real easy, real nice, solid mount. I'm pretty pleased with that. By the way, this is the grommet that's actually up inside the frame. You kind of got to work it to pop that thing out of there. Going to the front of the bike, the upper fairing came with holes already drilled here for your where your factory bodywork's bolted on. You know, you can bolt it up directly solid to the aluminum, but I chose to use the rubber grommets that came on the factory fairings. If you're going to use the rubber grommets that came on the fairings, make sure you open that hole up to a 1/2 inch. If you go any tighter than that, you're going to have trouble getting the bolts in. Go any looser than that, then you're going to start getting some movement issues, possibly with the fairing. To line this whole upper fairing up, you're going to put these two bolts here, and on your upper mainframe, if you're using the stock mainframe, these two center bolts are the ones that actually go through the shield and mount to the mainframe, and that's going to line up your whole upper fairing. And looking at those dots, the actual indentions they gave you, there's 6 of them up here for your windshield. These two here lined up real well. Matter of fact, you can put the windshield up into place. You know, of course it's external here, but you can put the windshield into place and it actually sits right on those screw holes. And you appears to have plenty of meat up here to bolt your windshield to on the inside, and plenty here. I tell everyone to double check all these indentions that they give you, because after getting this up there, getting it up solid, this indention here is off. It's not lined up perfectly, but it is straight. I can tell by looking at the gap on both sides and looking at the gap up here. So just double check again, make sure your indentions look good before you go drilling, because fiberglassing and fixing is not a lot of fun. Also, your inlets for your ram air, they actually give you a good lip here. It's over 1 inch protrusion on the inside, so you shouldn't have any problem using your stock ram air. I don't know yet because I haven't really gotten into that, but I'm assuming it's probably going to be okay. If you go over here to the other side, you'll see that the ears look a little bit lower than they did on the factory fairing, which, you know, that's good too. I don't mind that, you know, tuck in a little lower. I just didn't remember it being quite this close on the brake fluid reservoir, but it looks like I'm going to have ample clearance, so I don't think it's going to be a problem. Also, when you install the lower fairing, it's going to be a little bit rough trying to get the stuff to fit. You know, when they pull it out of the mold, it kind of wants to take its own shape. But I went ahead and mounted everything. Got all my Zeus fasteners in here. Got them bolted up solid. The only mount you have on the lower section as far as the bolt goes is right here on the rear right below the brake pedal. And you can see that this is out like 1.5 inches, but if you pull it in good and tight, you won't have any problems there. You can bolt it up solid. I really wish it was down about another 1/2 inch lower where it fit into that factory recess line on the fairing. But it is what it is. It's an aftermarket kit. Not quite, you know, nothing ever fits quite like factory ABS. Over here on this side, you've got the side stand bracket that utilizes the bracket for your lower cowling. I put that into place after getting everything mounted up, and it's too far down and it's too far back, probably by a 1/2 inch to 1 inch. So I took that off. That's just going to save weight anyway. We're going to come off of this lower bolt on the oil pan, come straight out and go straight down 90 with an aluminum bracket, and I think that's going to be good to go. Can't really think of anything else right now. I'm going to probably post a video after I get the paint work done, kind of let everybody see what it came out like. Also, I don't know if it's really necessary to use the block off plates that you would normally use for your mirrors. I may or may not. You know, if I do, it's just because I feel like it gives me a little more stability in the front end. But all in all, it's been a pretty good kit for $400 plus shipping. I mean, it's good solid fiberglass. It's flexible. You can get it on and off. And for the most part, most of the bolt holes and the recesses lined up pretty good. Like I said, the lower is the only thing that I had any kind of issue with. Forgive the camera if it's shaking here a little bit. It's about 30 degrees here this morning. Cold in the shop. And if anybody has installed this kit and has some better advice or has some pointers, I mean, if anybody's bolted this up where all the bolt holes lined up, please share some information, because I didn't share that experience. Also, when you put in your frame sliders, it looks like everything's going to fit just fine. I don't think you're going to have any clearance problems here. And take your time installing this kit, and I don't think you'll have any problems. If you rush it, you're probably going to end up drilling a hole that you shouldn't have, or you're going to have to fiberglass and do some fixing. So anyway, leave your comments in the comment section, and we'll talk to you guys later.